Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Mia Ray. So this is your real name, is that right?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Sharon Jaffe, Toby. So this is a song. This was the title song from 2 albums ago. It was 2 albums. Yeah, it was 2 albums ago. I'm thinking of going into the studio again with new stuff, but that's not my point. My point is this is called The Met, and it's about going to the Met. Let's meet at the Met by the bust of Pompeii, wander through ancient Rome, then move on to Marseille. We can view the pastels and the art of Monet, so meet me at the Met. We'll wander through Egypt, she has her own wing, with mummies and portraits and jewelry and bling. Where the temple of Dender is a beautiful thing, at the Met, at the Met. The horses and knights are posed for a run, with muskets and shields in the blistering sun, and the helmets and armor weighed about a ton, and the battles were bloody and wet. Let's meet at the Met by the bust of Pompeii. We can look at some iconic art on the way to the medieval hall where the tapestries stay at the Met, at the Met, at the Met. The horses and knights are posed for a run, with muskets and shields in the blistering sun, and their helmets and armor were weighed about a ton, and the battles were bloody and wet. Let's meet at the Met by the bust of Pompeii. We can look at some iconic art on the way to the medieval hall where the tapestries stay on a day we will never forget. At the Met, at the Met, let's meet at the Met. Let's meet at the Met. Isn't that sweet? Do you want to go to the Met now? No, but I'm not seeing it. Nobody's even listening. All right, fine. I'll do something else for you. Hey, Ron. Ron, I saw your email. Yeah, those look good. Just give me a couple days to digest it. But it looked great.
Great. We'll fine tune it and work on it. By the way, I grew up in Flushing. I'm more into the Mets than the Mets.
Let's meet at the Mets. Where old Shay used to be. Remember Shay? Yeah. All right. This is a great song. This is Rodgers and Hammerstein. Or Stein. Depends on your mood. It's from Cinderella. And I fell in love with Leslie Ann Warren as a kid because she was the star, and there's this guy. I remember the names. Leslie Ann Warren and Stuart Damon was the prince, and she was the princess on TV. And what an amazing thing that was. Do I love you because you're beautiful? Or are you beautiful because I love you? Am I making believe I see in you a girl too lovely to be really true. Do I want you because you're wonderful? Or are you wonderful because I love you? Are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream? Or are you really as beautiful as you seem? Those were the days when melodies really mattered. Am I making believe I see in you a girl too lovely to be really true? Do I want you because you're wonderful? Or are you wonderful because I want you? Are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream? Or are you really as beautiful as you see? Did anybody else ever see that version of Cinderella on TV? Sharon, thank you, Sharon. Do you remember those actors and how beautiful that was on TV? That was like I don't know if it was live, but it looked like it was a live thing. You know, it wasn't. Looked like it was on a sound stage, and it was very cool.
Are you talking about the Whitney Houston and Brandy version?
No, see, that's you're so young. No, I'm talking about the 1968 Stuart Damon, Leslie Ann Warren, who was very lovely in her day, version.
Yeah, I think it's on YouTube.
Really?
That was my childhood favorite.
Really? See? So now we've got some people that remember. Thank you. So I mentioned how, melody is important. So when at least for me, so when I write in that style, I try and have a creative melody. This is called Coffee and a Rose this morning. Coffee and a Rose, and this is on my newest album. It's really great. You should check it out on Spotify. Always pitching, right? Coffee and a rose this morning, crescent moon and stars last night. I never had the kind of romance that filled me with so much delight. So here's some coffee and a rose this morning. Baby, I'll do anything for you. Won't you let me show you? I'd like to get to know you, unless you're only passing through. How about a couple of eggs over easy, buttered toast and a dab of jam, conversation that's light and breezy. Well, that's the kind of guy I am, so here's some coffee and a rose this morning. I would surely like for you to stay, so please don't be demure. I'm flexible for sure. And have you any plans today? So have some coffee and a rose this morning. Baby, I'd do anything for you. So won't you let me show you? I'd like to get to know you, unless you're only passing through. How about a couple of eggs over easy? Yeah. Buttered toast and a dab of jam. Conversation that's light and breezy. Well, that's the kind of guy I am. So here's some coffee and a rose this morning. I would surely like you to stay, so please don't be demure. I'm flexible for sure. And have you any plans for this fine day? While you weigh the cons and the pros, have some coffee and a rose. Thank you so much. Ellen likes that. Let me see if I could do this one. I would like to try it. No, I know I can't do that one. Oh, let me do this one. One of my faves, an old Frank Sinatra tune. The song that made him famous. If you've been with me over the years, you've heard it 7 or 8 times, I'm sure. But it's called I'll Never Smile Again. And what was it? Ron in class this week told the story about how Sinatra. I'm not spreading gossip here, but Ron has a source for it. That Sinatra helped out when the state of Israel when they needed guns, weapons. When was this? In the 60s? It was before 67?
No, in March of 1948.
Okay, in 48.
And it was in multiple published sources, not one.
Okay, so maybe it's probably true. It just sounds so fantastic.
Absolutely.
He was sitting at a bar, and who was it that Moshe Dayan? Who came over to him?
Teddy Kollek was in New York to pass funds, as per David Ben-Gurion, to an Irish ship captain who was going to bring arms to Israel. The FBI was watching Teddy Kollek. They knew he was a Haganah operative. The Copacabana was next door to the hotel, so all the entertainers would come and drink at the hotel bar. Teddy Kollek one night was sitting next to Sinatra at the bar. They started talking. Teddy Kollek explained his plight, and the next day, Teddy Kollek walked out the front door, followed by the FBI, and Sinatra walked out the back with the money and gave it to the ship captain.
Well, there you go.
Ended in Israel.
That's crazy. I'll never. The recording. It's a trio of singers singing in the background. I think till he comes in. Smile again. Until I smile at you, I'll never laugh again. What good would it do? For tears would fill my eyes, my heart would realize I'll never love again. I'm so in love with you. I'll never thrill again to somebody new. Within my heart, I know I will never start to smile again until I smile at you. What a great song. For tears would fill my eyes, my heart would realize that our romance is through. I'll never love again. I'm so in love with you. I'll never thrill again to somebody new. Within my heart, I know I will never start to smile again until I smile at you. Sinatra didn't do that. Didn't end it that way. That was a Blaine ending. Nobody's laughing. What are you, in a bad mood? What's the problem? What's going on out there? Gee.
I got called too young to laugh last time I said something.
Oh, gee. Oh. Thin skin now. All right. Okay. What else? No, Support. Thank you. Thank you, Support. Thank you very much. Hi, Mom. Good to see you. And who's that? Little Jack? Hey, Jack. Good to see you, my friend. How we doing? Oh, it's boy. I'm telling you, I do a couple songs and it's over. This is for Jack. I was busking in Central Park. Not this week, but last week. This song goes over really great. Whoa. Sorry about that. Whoa. Hold on. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. He'd let us in, knows where we've been, in his octopus's garden in the shade. I'd ask my friends to come and see an octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. We would be warm below the storm in our little hideaway beneath the waves, resting our head on the seabed in an octopus's garden in a cave. We would sing and dance around because we know we can't be found. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. Oh, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum. We would shout and swim about, knowing that we're happy, you and me. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden with you and Grandma. In an octopus's garden with you. In an octopus's garden with you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of reverb on that. Is it better? Too much? No? It's funny. It's different in my headphones. It's like, okay. All right. I think I'm going to bring it back a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to do another. What do we got? I got time for maybe 1.5 more. Oh, is this? No, wrong one. How about? I know. I'll do it. I'll do this one. Do this one. Woo. Hey, everybody on socials. Hey, Candy. Candy likes Octopus's Garden. And Barbara, Rabbi Jordania, Rockio. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. How about this one? Wrong key. Everybody smile. Every time it rains, pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down. Trade 'em for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. So when you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me. Buddy bump dee, buddy dee, smile everybody. Ba-doo dee 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 dee. Buddy dum dee dum doo dee 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 dee. You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down. Trade 'em for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you've gotta have showers. So if you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me. There'll be pennies from heaven. Maybe a nickel and a dime sometime too. There'll be pennies from heaven for me and you. I just made that up. The nickels and the dimes. Were you impressed? Was anybody here impressed at that? No, I
Very, very cute.
Thank you. See? Ellen, I don't know what I would do without you. It would be, I'd be all alone here with this crowd. This is a tough crowd. Gee whiz. Okay. How about... I think I will conclude with a song I'll probably do tomorrow night at my gig. Tomorrow night I have a gig at Shrine. I forgot which one. One of the clubs, and playing with a new guy. He plays the cajon. So I've got my sax guy and my cajon guy, and it's going to be great. It's called On Bleecker Street. On Bleecker Street, the beats are gone. The homeless ones are pale and wan, but ghosts remain with shoeless feet. They like to sing on Bleecker Street. On Bleecker Street the teardrops fell, and every song would cast a spell. Yeah, all the joints would dig the beat. It was cool on Bleecker Street. John's Pizzeria still is there, so head on over from the square. The bitter end still makes some heat on Bleecker Street, on Bleecker Street. On Bleecker Street there still is yet the lonely din of much regret, but light shines through, so take a seat and catch a dream on Bleecker Street. John's Pizzeria still is there, so head on over from the square. The bitter end still makes some heat on Bleecker Street, on Bleecker Street. On Bleecker Street there still is yet the lonely din of much regret, but light shines through, so take a seat. Catch a dream on Bleecker Street, but light shines through, so take a seat and catch a dream on Bleecker Street, but light shines through, so take a seat and catch a dream on Bleecker Street. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That's my song, On Bleecker Street. In the old days, Bleecker Street was... I've talked about this, I know. I've mentioned this. If I was 10 years younger, I might have been able to, no, maybe 15. Might have been able to hang out with the Leonard Cohens and the Joni Mitchells. That would have been fun. You know? Hey, Terry Horak. Lois. Brady is here. All right. Well, we've got 2 minutes, so I'm just going to Bette Midler too. Yeah. They were all there. It would have been cool. Oh well. Shabbat Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. I bring to you my team and Rabbi Elias. Please take the ball.
Absolutely. I want to say thank you, though. That was so beautiful. That whole set just now put me in the mood for Shabbat.
Thank you.
And I saw a lot of people feeling it too. So first of all, big hugs to everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Bring a big hug into yourself. It's been a week and we made it. And we're a community and there's so much love here. Speaking of love, I want to bring Rabbi Shush to the Bima. Would you please start our service, Rabbi? Oh, I have to... Rabbi Steve, would you allow me to do the sharing? Got it. All right. Thank you. All right. Whenever you're ready, Rabbi Shush.
Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, chiri biri biri bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Bim Bam, Bim 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 Bam, Bim 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 Bam.
Shabbat Shalom to the whole Rabbi Shush family, including Jackie and Netzach. I heard both of you there. Shabbat Shalom to you.
Thank you. Shabbat Shalom to everybody.
Shabbat
too.
Shalom.
Maya Hayom, how beautiful this day. Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Mayafe Hayom. Shabbat, Shalom. Mayafe Hayom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom indeed. Let the soul of everything alive, Adonai, bless the spirit of all flesh and glorify and exalt your name forever, O Sovereign. Transcending space and time, you alone are God, and we have no sovereign besides you. Rabbi Blaine, if you would.
Nishma Kol Chai Tzivarech Et Shimcha Adonai Eloheinu Ve'eruah Kol Basar Tifae Utromei Zichrecha Malkeinu 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 Tamid Ishma Kol Chai Tivarech Et Shimcha Adonai Eloheinu.
I love hearing that with the acoustic guitar. It feels good. Thank you for that, Rabbi. Now I bring Rabbi Sherry Joy Berman from across the Pacific Ocean, where it is already halfway through Shabbat, or more than halfway. Still, you're here to greet Shabbat with us on this continent, and I really appreciate that. Would you please sing the Amar Rabbi Akiva for us?
Amar Rabbi Akiva, Amar Rabbi Akiva, ואהבת לרעך, רעך כמוך. זה כלל גדול, גדול בתורה. אמר רבי עקיבא,
Oh, there it was. Now Shabbat has started for me because Rabbi Sherry Joy Berman told me what Rabbi Akiva said, which is also something that rabbinical candidate Sima is going to teach us later on in the service. So this is really a very cohesive ceremony tonight. I want to invite back Rabbi Shush. Would you light the candles for us?
Absolutely. As we light the candles, let's truly make separation between the week and bringing in Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת.
Amen. This is the part where the matriarch blesses all the children. So we are all your children right now. Rabbi Shush, thank you for blessing all of us. I invite back Rabbi Blaine. Would you please sing the Sabbath prayer from Fiddler here on the Roof for us?
Sorry. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord shield you from shame. May you come to be in Israel a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Strengthen us, O Lord, and keep us from the stranger's ways. May God bless you and grant you long lives. May God make you good husbands and wives. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord preserve you from pain. Favor us, O Lord, with happiness and peace. Oh, hear our Sabbath prayer.
Amen. And now we begin the welcoming of the angels part. Now, I know a lot of people are feeling stuck in by snow in the case of Bob in Colorado. We miss you, Bob. Thank you for being here. And also, Brady was stuck under his blankets for a while there. So, and I see Aurelia, Reba's granddaughter, just waking up. So there's a lot of unstuckness going on, actually. Shalom Aleichem is about welcoming all the angels, and I really feel called to do it this week, so. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Boahem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Tzeitzhem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Invite back Rabbi Shush to Lachadodi for us.
דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Now, I imagine
Right.
exactly the angels here are going to feel extremely welcomed. I imagine they would be by all of that. How could you not be? So we're moving on now to the Psalms, the Tehillim, the songs that our ancestors gave us to remind us all of the love that's inside them is now inside of us, and it will always be here, and no one can take it away. Rabbi Blaine, would you bring it to start us off with Lechuna Ranana, please?
Lechuna ranina, lechuna ranina, l'Adonai. Lechuna ranina, lechuna ranina, l'Adonai. Nadia, nadia, l'tzur yishenu. Lechuna ranina, lechuna ranina, l'Adonai. And let us sing to Adonai. Let us rejoice in our Creator. Let us greet God with thanksgiving, singing psalms of praise. Lechuna ranina, lechuna ranina, l'Adonai.
And now, what everyone's been waiting for, I invite Rabbi Shush, and if her grandson Jack is available, if not, that's great, for the Yismahu Shemayim.
Jackie is opting to stay outside while it's still light outside, but I've got Netzach with me, so we'll Yismachu. Yismachu Hashamayim,
Hashamayim,
Yismachu Hashamayim,
Hashamayim,
Yismachu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz, Yiramayam, 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 Umelo, Yiramayam, 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 Umelo, Yismachu Hashamayim,
Hashamayim,
Yismachu Hashamayim,
Hashamayim,
Yismachu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Gosh, that's fun.
And Netzach, I must compliment you on that top range. That's pretty impressive. Good for you.
Absolutely. It always, more than just how good of a singing family they are, it brings so much joy to my heart to see how Rabbi Shush lights up when her family is singing with her, when she's surrounded by all, and then we light up too. And it's like, it's this magic that you just can't contain. It's a beautiful thing. So thank you, Rabbi Shush, for sharing that with us. Next, I would like to invite Rabbi Blaine for your own original melody of this psalm, please.
Adonai, למבול ישב, וישב אדוני, מלך לעולם, אדוני עוז, לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך, יברך את עמו בשלום, 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 אדוני יברך, יברך את עמו בשלום, 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 אדוני יברך, יברך את עמו בשלום, אדוני יברך, יברך את עמו בשלום.
Amen. Feeling the love. Even before the Mario section begins, I'm feeling the earth turning and I'm supposed to be on it. You know what I mean? That feeling of being exactly where you're supposed to be. So we're going to greet the evening with the Barhu. I wanted to ask Josh Greenbaum, would you like to Barhu for us this evening?
Absolutely.
Whenever you're ready.
Sorry, computer was just being weird there.
It's all good. Whenever you're ready. It seems like it's unmuting. It's muting you again over and over.
Poor Josh. What's going on, Josh? I know you know it.
I jinxed it because I said that they can't ever get us down a few moments ago, and now whatever algorithm is trying to get Josh down is trying its hardest with the mute button.
Gee, he got one solo and it.
Let's try. There we go. Try change microphones. How's that?
Okay.
All right. Baruch et Adonai hamevorach.
Baruch Adonai
Baruch leolam vaed.
Yay! I'm glad we waited. I'm glad we waited for that.
Thank you for the
Josh.
patience.
That was beautiful. Blessed is the Holy Presence, the Blessed One, forever and ever. No algorithm and no microphone will ever change that. Now we're continuing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. And now I'm going to ask our guest of honor, Sima, would you please lead us in the Shema?
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod, Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha b'chol nafshecha b'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'aderech Uvshachbecha, uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafo beinenecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha.
Sorry, I was muted there. I would like Ellen Rose in the Lower East Side. Would you like to finish with the last three words for us? I think you're muted, Ellen Rose.
Sorry. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Amen. It's always fun when the Shema is a group effort because it always has been. That's the truth. So, Rabbi Shush, mi chamocha, if you would.
Absolutely. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha neda b'kodesh. Nora tehilo osefele. Nora tehilo osefele.
Amen. I bring back Rabbi Blaine for the evening prayer. Hashkivenu, please.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chayim Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shalomecha V'takaneinu B'yetza Tova Milfanecha V'hoshienu Man Shemecha Fros Aleinu Sukat Shalomecha Baruch Ata Adonai Ha'apodei Sukat Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Amo Yisrael V'al Yerushalayim V'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah B'yom Divrach Yirutei V'yamlich Malchutei B'chaychon V'yomechon Ufchaye Dechol Beit Yisrael Bagala Bagala Uvizman Kariv Imaru Amen Yehi Shemei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam Olol Mel Maya Yitbarach Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitbar V'yitromam V'yitnasei V'yithadar V'yithaleh V'yithalach Shemei Dekutcha B'richu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran be'olma v'meru Amen.
Which brings us to the Amidah, where we are standing finally exactly where we are meant to be in the footsteps of our ancestors and exactly where Hashem meant us to be at this very moment. To lead us through that Amidah, I would like to invite Rabbi Shush Carson.
Ya la 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 Adonai Ya la 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 Sfatai tiftach Ya la 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 Ufi yagid tehilatecha Ya la 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 Adonai Ya la 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 Sfatai tiftach Ya la 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 Ufi yagid tehilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים.
And now we are going to begin our Torah service. How fun is that we can do a Torah service when the whole world is literally our synagogue right now. So if we were to take that Torah out of this digital ark and walk it around the synagogue, we'd have to go from here in San Francisco to Japan, to Germany, to Massachusetts, to New York, all over the place. So we're going to do exactly that. Rabbi Blaine, would you sing some Vayehi ben Soharon for us? Oh, sorry, I got a picture. This is what the Torah told us the ark is in, just for some visuals. And here's a picture of some Torah. This is the ancientness. I wanted to give that flavor. Now, Rabbi Blaine, if you would.
ויהי בנשוא אהרון ויאמר משה קומה אדוני ויפוצו אויביך וינוסו משנאיך מפניך כי מציון תצא תורה כי מציון תצא תורה ודבר אדוני מירושלים Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael b'hikdushato.
And now, this is where I should have put the picture of the ark opening and all of that ancientness, all of that love that has flown through every cell of every body who has ever made us who we are is open to us right now. Now, I'm not sure if you saw my message, Alicia in Seattle, in honor of it being a beautiful spring day there, would you like to start the Torah service with a Shema for us?
Do I need to say it to a specific
No, any
tune?
kind of way you
Okay.
want. It does not matter.
Okay. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Excellent.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Now I'll say, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Echad Eloheinu gadol Eloheinu kadosh shemo.
Gadlu Adonai iti, umeromamav Shemo Yachdav. Rabbi Blaine, would you take us around the synagogue, please?
Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 my dog's barking, he loves the Torah. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe.
Here we are back on the ark. Hopefully you got to kiss the Torah with your hand, with your talis, with your mind, since we're on the internet. And also, now I would like to invite up to the bima. Hold on, let me get my pictures up here. Jeff and Lynn, would you like to Baruch for us this evening? There's only one Aliyah, so I'm offering it to you, Jeff.
Thank you. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamparach.
Baruch Adonai
Baruch
Baruch
Adonai
Olam
Baruch
Vaed.
Olam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamparach V'Yolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Bonu Mikol Hamim V'Natan Lanu Et Torah Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
I just may I just interject? I'm sorry, I hate to, but you know, I just was thinking about Jeff, and Jeff and I go back a long time, and I can remember him being on the bima doing that in the shul. So that's all. That's all I wanted to say. Go ahead.
And here we are, all now humanoids, half on the internet, half in real life, and he's back on the bima. So thank you for being on the bima always, Jeff. And now I invite Rabbi Sherry Joy Berman all the way from Japan. I'm going to show a slide that's just in Hebrew of the lines that Rabbi Sherry is going to be laning, and then I'm going to ask Bob in Colorado with the radio voice to do the translation for us, just so everyone's aware. Whenever you're ready, Rabbi Sherry.
Amen. Lo ta'asu avel b'mishpat lo tisa v'nedar v'lo tehadar b'nei gadol b'tzedek tishpot amitecha lo telech rachil ba'amecha lo ta'amod al damrecha ani Adonai lo tisnu et achicha bilvavecha hocheach tochiach et amitecha velo tisa alav chet lo tikom velo titol et bnei amecha ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha ani Adonai.
Before we move on, I want everyone to give a big hug to Rabbi Sherry. Thank you, Rabbi Sherry. I know I asked you very, very late in the week to change up the lines you were reading, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. And now I want to invite Bob. Talk about survival. The Torah is here, and so is Bob. Bob in Colorado, would you like to read the translation for us?
You shall not render an unfair decision. Do not favor the poor or show deference to the rich. Judge your kin fairly. Do not deal basely with members of your people. Do not profit by the blood of your fellow Israelites. I am Hashem. You shall not hate your kinsfolk in your heart. Reprove your kin, but incur no guilt on their account. You shall not take vengeance or bear a grudge against members of your people. Love your fellow Israelite as yourself. I am Adonai.
Rabbi Elias, you're muted.
Big hugs to Bob in Colorado. I remember when you were sitting in a hospital bed and you were still at the service and you were still, you were really doing it. So I appreciate that. Nothing can get you down, Bob. I really appreciate you.
You're
to close out the
channeling
Aliyah.
Walter Cronkite.
Definitely. Walter Cronkite
Thank
reading
you.
the Torah is what Seem Shalom is serving this evening. Followed by Jeff. Oh my gosh, Jeff, your dog is very cute. Would you like to finish the Aliyah, Jeff?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah v'chayelom nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten HaTorah.
Amen. Now, I would like to introduce a current JSLI student who would like to give I've asked her to give a drash this evening, and she does have to leave right afterwards because she's very highly in demand. There's another service that needs her attention. But Sima, would you please honor us with a drash this evening?
Thank you so much, Rabbi Elias. I am the one that is honored. I really appreciate being asked. And thank you for all understanding that I will be running. Bob in Colorado, you'll have to let me know where you are in Colorado. I'm in Aspen. And before I share the sermon that I prepared for tonight, Rabbi Shush, anytime a service starts with Maya Hayom, it just makes me so happy. I will be sharing a story about my twin daughters, one named Maya, the other Nava. So when Maya hears Maya Hayom, she lights up and gets all excited. And then Nava has us sing Nava Hayom, which I find hilarious. Shabbat Shalom. Admittedly, my 3-year-old daughters watch a little too much Peppa Pig. And naturally, after watching the same episodes over and over again, Maya and Nava have started repeating what they watch. My favorite story from the past month is this. One Sunday, the kids and I decided to bake cookies, take the 30-minute bus ride from our home in Basalt up to Aspen, and deliver the cookies to the officers on duty at the police department. My husband, Ethan, was on duty that day, so it would also be a trip to visit Daddy at work. We had watched a particular Peppa Pig episode 1,000 times, and the only background you need is that each family in the show is referred to by animal as their last name. Rebecca Rabbit, Danny Dog, Peppa Pig. And mommies and daddies don't have first names. Mommy Dog, Daddy Pig. Okay, so back to this particular episode. Mr. Zebra, the mailman, delivers a package to Peppa's home and announces, "Delivery for Daddy Pig." The rest of the episode is irrelevant. So my kids bake cookies. We take the bus up to Aspen. They walk into the Aspen Police Department. Thankfully, it was a Sunday and very quiet because they walk into the PD with their box of homemade cookies and announce, "Delivery for all the pigs." Obviously, I was mortified. While these two adorable girls definitely have a way with words, intention is everything. Obviously, they didn't intend to say anything derogatory. This week's second of a double Torah portion, Parshat Kedoshim, includes a concept that has become quite controversial and some consider downright derogatory. The second to last verse of the Torah portion reads, "V'hiyitem li kdoshim ki kadosh ani Adonai, va'avdil etchem min ha'amim lihiyot li." You shall be holy to me, for I, Adonai, am holy, and I have set you apart from other peoples to be mine. Set you apart. The tradition of chosenness shows itself in numerous biblical verses, sometimes using the word separate, sometimes the word chosen. It's also present in our liturgy and has often provoked antagonism from non-Jews. Now, chosenness is a topic that needs an entire course. Tonight, the Cliff Notes version. Judah Halevi and Moses Maimonides represent two contrasting understandings of chosenness. For Halevi, the Jews are inherently different. God instilled in Adam a certain divine quality, which then passed only to Adam's youngest son, Seth, and then through Seth's line to the entire Jewish people. In contrast, Maimonides describes Abraham as chosen because he discovers God. The Jewish people are chosen because of their acceptance of the Torah. With his emphasis on human agency, Maimonides leaves open the possibility that Jews may become unchosen or that non-Jews may be chosen. In the 1930s, with the rise of the Nazi Party, George Bernard Shaw remarked that if the Nazis would only realize how Jewish their notion of Aryan superiority was, they would drop it immediately. The Judah Halevi camp. In light of these and other attacks, it's not surprising that some Jews have wanted to do away with the belief in Jewish chosenness. The most noted effort was undertaken by Rabbi Mordechai Kaplan, founder of the Reconstructionist movement, who advocated dropping chosenness from our liturgy to undercut accusations that the chosen people idea was the model for racist ideologies. Aleinu is the prime example of a liturgical text that has gone through several iterations and versions. For centuries, Jews in Eastern Europe were attacked by the church if caught reciting certain versions in Aleinu. Nearly all Reform congregations have eliminated the verse, Shelo asanu kigoye haratzot velo samanu kimishpachot ha'adama. For God has not made us like the nations of the world and has not placed us like the families of the earth. The prayer book we use here in Aspen, Mishkan Tefillah, includes 3 versions of Aleinu, one of which maintains this verse and 2 other variations. I'm going to need to sign off, so I'm actually not going to hear us sing Aleinu tonight, but I do know from a conversation with Rabbi Elias that at Sim Shalom, we do stick with the tradition, and we will sing Aleinu that does express this notion of chosenness. So, does Judaism believe that chosenness endows Jews with special rights in the way racist ideologies endow those born into the right race? Is saying the traditional line in Aleinu the equivalent of calling a police officer a pig? Not at all. Anecdotally, I used Nava's love of bunnies and Maya's love of dogs to explain to them why we don't call police officers, or anyone for that matter, a pig. I told the girls that because we don't know what animal each of those officers love, we can't choose to call them a pig. Maybe one would choose to be a giraffe, or a mouse, or a lion. That seemed reasonable to them. Was I channeling Maimonides' view on chosenness at that moment, teaching my girls about human agency when choosing a spirit animal? And just as Maimonides believed, I believe that the Torah supports this position. Exodus chapter 19, verse 5 serves as just one example of how chosenness is discussed in the Torah. Ve'ata im shamoa tishme'u bekoli ushmartem et briti v'higitem li sigula mikol ha'amim ki li kol ha'aretz. Now, if you will obey me faithfully and keep my covenant, then you shall be my treasured possession among all the people. Indeed, all the earth is mine. If then. Rachel Sabbath, Beit Halachmi, and Aryeh Bernstein discuss chosenness through an exchange of letters and highlight this same point. We are chosen to serve, they say, and it is clear that it is conditional upon moral behavior. If we are not creating an ethical society, we must repent and engage in the necessary cheshbon hanefesh, accounting of the soul, and do whatever we can to ensure that we are worthy of our chosenness. Clearly, the Maimonides camp. So with this brief explanation of chosenness, I leave it to you. Is chosenness inherited? Does that mean it's exclusive and derogatory? Is chosenness earned? Does that mean that it's exclusive and derogatory? Will you sing the traditional line in Aleinu or choose another version? And most importantly, do you want to learn more? Shabbat Shalom.
I was looking at all of the faces as you were speaking, Sima, and I saw so many people with their mouths open, so many people smiling, so many people feeling all of that, the nuance that you described and the way you thought about what you said really touched a lot, because we don't get to hear that a lot, you know? And it meant a lot to me that you said that. So thank you for that. And also, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say I've seen her kids online, and they're just beautiful, and I don't care if whatever they want to say is okay with me. Yeah,
thank you.
It was beautiful, Sima, and whenever with you and all the rabbis in our community and in our community, I have so much nachas when I. For those of you who don't know what that word means, it means pride. That in some small way, maybe I've helped these people on their path. It's just amazing. So thank you.
In a huge way, Rabbi. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And now I'm going to ask you to do something even more. I'm going to ask you to sing an original song that you wrote to go. Is this a new song, I believe? Not even on an album
Well,
yet?
maybe it was partially Sima and just all regardless of chosenness, wherever you are. To me, there's a greater message, and that is that we must all be instilled with humility, and with kindness. And this song came to me yesterday, and I texted Rabbi Elias. I'm going to try it. I was listening to a lot of inspirational stuff yesterday. Heaven help the light to shine and the darkness to decline. Heaven help the brave stand tall. Heaven help us all. Heaven help the blind to see. Heaven help the bound be free. Heaven help us hear the call. Oh, heaven help us all. Oh, heaven, help us all. I get on my knees and pray that today will be the day every fear will hit the wall. Oh, heaven help us all. Heaven help us hear the call. Heaven help us all. Oh, heaven, help us all. I lift up my eyes to you when each blessed day is through, until the proud will learn to crawl. Oh, heaven, help us all. Thank you.
I don't really know what to say. The second Rabbi Blaine started, when you said when you started singing heaven, the very first word, I just knew it was over for me. I mean, I was just done. And I saw a lot of other people having that same reaction, like, uh-oh, I'm on screen and I'm about to start crying, and I don't know why. Imagine how I feel. I have to lead the service now. And that was what happened is, there are, we're going to continue with the service, but we're very, very blessed in our lives to come across teachers and artists whose creativity has been nurtured to such an extent that they can create such an explosion of love that touches us in a way that it's almost like my own mother was talking to me through Rabbi Blaine's creativity just now. And I saw that experience for a lot of people. So, I mean, I'm just going to keep going. It's perfect that it's Thanksgiving. The Modim Anachnu Lach is next, because I'm feeling especially grateful for all the teachers that have made me who I am. Chief among them, Rabbi Blaine. So Modim Anachnu Lach, we're very grateful for everything in our lives. Baruch atah Adonai hatov shmicha ulcha ne'el hodot. Praised are you, Adonai, the essence of goodness, to whom it is worthy to give praise. And now for some more fun and creativity, I would like to invite Rabbi Sherry Joy, who has a special melody for the Adon Olam for us tonight. Are you there, Rabbi?
Can you hear me? Adon Olam, Hashem Olam, B'Terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, B'et Nasra, B'Erev Tzechor, Azai Melech, Shimon Yikra.
I know two things, that your kavanah came through beautifully there, Rabbi Sherry, and it was stronger than the Zoom algorithm, which tried its hardest to keep your ukulele silent. But I still heard it. I heard it.
Thank
Elvis,
you.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Elvis. Elvis, I didn't turn on the musician thing, so.
But that's the whole point, is we heard it anyway, and it was beautiful. Bob in Colorado, may I invite you back? I found this beautiful translation. It's originally written by Rabbi David Einhorn in 1858 in German, and then in 2020, Joshua Giorgio Rubin translated it again into English. And if you wouldn't mind,
Sure.
I'd love to ask you to read it.
O God of all, you reigned supreme before creation's form was framed. When all was finished by your will, your name almighty was proclaimed. When this our world will be no more, in majesty you still will reign. Who was, who is, will always be, in endless glory you remain. Alone are you beyond compare, without division or ally. Without beginning, time, or end, omnipotent you rule on high. You are my God, my Savior true, to whom I turn in sorrow's hour. My banner proud, my refuge sure, you hear and answer with your power. Then in your hand myself I lay, and pray to sleep and wake with cheer. My soul and body are your care. You are my God, I have no fear.
Amen. Thank you, Bob. And that's the perfect transition to the prayer for healing. We are now going to take all of this feeling, all of the nachas, as Rabbi Blaine said, the good feeling, the joy, all of that, the kavanah that we heard from Rabbi Sherry, everything is coming together right now, and we're going to wish it on those who need it the most. Healing of body, healing of mind. If you would like to write in the chat those you're thinking of, I'm going to read as many names as I can. And then I'm going to ask Rabbi Blaine to say the prayer for us. Tonight we're thinking of, from Lois to Renee. Jim is thinking of Robert and Kosher Biker, Rabbi Marie, James R., George G. and Barbara G., and Annette F. We're also wishing Olivia and Evan, Anastasia, Danny, Frank, and people and the children of Ukraine. From Joan to Barbara Slavin, from John Singer to cousin Evan. I'm wishing all those who are suffering from PTSD, suffering from addiction, and maintaining sobriety. Joanna, Yvonne, Caitlin, Tom, and Kiera. To Erica, Ellen D., and all those who are on all other cancer patients from Rudolph in Germany. To my Granny Franny, who is a cancer patient. To Bob in Colorado. To Amy, and to Jan, David, and Rebecca. Rabbi Sherry, would you like to list your names?
Yes, Joby Alvarez, Jennifer Mary Cooper, Aliyah Leah Bat Sarah, and Chaya Sarah Malka Bat Leah.
Thank you. And Rabbi Shush, would you like to say your names now?
Thank you, yes. Abby Klein, Zakaria Ben Shulamit, Glenn Wilson, Jackie Wilson, Harav Ruth Bat Eliyahu Vehadassa Halevi, Bradley Ben Betty, Rachel Tikva, Gavriel Ben Rachel Tikva, and Aliyah Vered Bat Rachel Tikva.
And from Ellen in New York to literally everyone, all those who are suffering physically, emotionally, and spiritually all around the world, from Sharon Jaffe to Georgette, Stephen, Sharon, Daniel, Douglas, Robin, Stephen, Granny Franny, Brady's dad, all who need healing, and the Belafonte family, and to Louise. From Brady to his dad, Ian, and to his mom, Alicia, and Tiffany, Cobb, Betty Dirkowitz, and Granny Franny, and all who need it. From Ellen to Sim Shalomers in need of refuah shlema, to Eric, Carrie, and Gabe. I believe that's the end of the list here. Rabbi Blaine, do you have other names?
I've got Andrea about Marcia and Toby and all the sick and afflicted people in the world and our loving pets.
I'm adding also all my family from Sudan who live in Israel, all of their family who are still stuck in Sudan. Very dangerous times there. We're thinking of everyone who needs healing and who needs safety at this time.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Amen. And now it is time for us to count the Omer. We already did Osei Shalom. We're saying Shalom right now. So together we can say, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Kidshanu B'mitzvotav V'tzivanu Al Sefirat HaOmer. And specifically, Hayom Shlosha V'Esrim Yom Shehem Shalosh Shavuot Ushnei Yamim LaOmer, which in English means today is 23 days, which is 3 weeks and 2 days of the Omer. Mazel tov, everybody. We did it. It's a mitzvah. It's counted. Now, the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, velo samanu kimishpachot hadama. That's for you, Sima. Shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. יקרא ויקרא שמי רבם, ויעמד יברכיותי, וימליך מלכותי, וחייכוני במכון, וחיי כל בית ישראל, בעגלה בזמן קריב וימרו. יש שמי רבם מבורך לעולם ומימי. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומן ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דמירן ביומה וימרו. יש למה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו וכל ישראל וימרו. Oh, say shalom b'bramav, say shalom aleinu ve'kol Yisrael v'yimeru.
Amen.
And now it is time to conclude with the mourner's Kaddish. We're thinking of all of those who are no longer with us physically, but always with us in spirit. Please say their name aloud. Stand and recite the Kaddish if you like. While Rabbi Sherry, I'm going to invite you to lead it for us.
Yes. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. ביעמד יברח יורתה וימליך מלכותה, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בעגלה וזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבא מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. Sorry, there's chat boxes in here. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן ביעמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במעמיו, הוא יעשה שלום, עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן.
And that is the light from this service that is going to continue into our lives throughout Shabbat, throughout all of our lives, and bring us closer together as a community. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Baruch atah Melech Haolam she'akol niyeh bidvaro. Beets, carrots, apple, lemon, and ginger.
I'm drinking just green tea, iced green tea.
I got Alicia to smile. I could see in Seattle she's smiling. Look at her. She's smiling. Yeah, there we go. All right.
So Darabah, it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful service. Very uplifting, and everyone was wonderful. Shabbat Shalom.
Could you post a Google review? I'm only kidding.
Yo.
Beautiful. It's great to see everybody and Rabbi Elias and all the rabbis. Thank you. It was beautiful. It was beautiful service. So thank you for that. Next week, what do we have? Anything magical beyond Shabbat? I guess not. We're going to schedule. We have to install a couple of rabbis. I keep saying that. We're going to schedule that. Give us a couple of weeks. Yeah. What else, Rabbi Elias? Anything else?
Right now, I'm just. Sorry. Go ahead, Rabbi.
No, I just. Does anybody have anything beautiful to share before we leave for the week? It's nice to.
Oh,
leave
I
on
do.
What do you got?
I have been praying for my father, as y'all know, consistently, and now the doctors say that they can remove the piece of shifted hardware from his back, and he might be able to keep his walking.
Wow, that's great. What a wonderful thought. Thank you.
But there's always a catch to these things. So basically what they're going to have to do is, if he goes through the surgery, they're going to have to go into the front, push all of his organs to the side, and then take it out to the front.
Medicine can do amazing things. We'll be thinking about you and your dad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rabbi, the song that you sang, what was the name of that?
Heaven Help Us All. I stole it from Stevie Wonder. I mean, I stole the title, but that's nothing. Heaven Help Us. I haven't recorded. I'm going to record it. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Thank you.
Thank you for reminding me that you haven't recorded yet, because I was about to look for it on Spotify right after the service.
I just wrote it. Give me a little time. Gee whiz. Not that fast. Anyone else got
news?
Yeah. What do you got?
Yeah.
We are pregnant, having a baby.
Wow, that's beautiful. How far along are you?
8 weeks.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
super excited.
good. We wish you nothing but the best. I guess hopefully we'll be able to watch your progress.
Yeah, totally. I'll make sure.
Love it.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
All right.
Shalom, everybody.
I have the epilogue to Rabbi Jackie was here and Jonathan on Tuesday. They brought beautiful weather with them. We walked 15,500 steps around, and we met with a Buddhist priest who was just absolutely magnificant. So
I've been seeing her pictures. She's been posting on Facebook, and they're amazing pictures.
Yeah.
And that is beautiful. For those of you who don't know, one of our rabbis flew over to Japan on vacation and got together with Rabbi Shari, and they did a tour, and that's very beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to say goodbye. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh and sing a song.
Shabbat Shalom. Be
Good night.
kind.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Be well. Have a great week.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Erev Tov.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm so glad we
Rabbi Blaine really is the Carol Burnett of this whole thing, isn't he?
just to have a laugh or sing a song.
He's not 90 years old.
There's Al. Al agrees with me. You can hear him. You can hear the honking somewhere between Detroit and Chicago. That's
crazy.
Al.
Is that crazy? What a crazy world. All right, everybody. I'm really ending now. God bless. See you next week. Rabbi Elias, love you, buddy.